Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's going on? So this weekend is gonna be action-packed with boxing. This Saturday is gonna be action-packed with boxing, man. We have Devin the Dream Haney defending his undisputed crown versus George Kambosos in a rematch. We all know about that. This is what we're actually discussing in this video. You have Alicia Baumgardner versus Michaela Mayer on the undercard of Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. Incredible. And then you also have the legendary Deontay Wilder making his return versus Hellenius on pay-per-view on Showtime. And on that card in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, on that card, Showtime, no, I believe it's Fox, one of those, y'all gonna know where to look for it at. You have Caleb Plant versus my boy, you know what I'm saying, what's my boy name, Darrell, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Darrell. It's gonna be a action-packed Saturday. It's going down. I can't wait. But what I really wanted to talk about is Devin Haney and his return to Australia to defend his undisputed crown. What to expect from Devin Haney? What type of performance to expect? And we saw the first fight. It was a masterclass. You could have given Devin Haney every single round, a complete shutout. At the most, I think you might have been able to give Kambosos one. Two would be stretching it, but one, I think you could give him one round. Devin Haney went out there and he put on a masterclass performance. He totally controlled Kambosos, used the jab beautifully, kept it in his face, you know, kept him off balance with the jab. He was faster than Kambosos. I thought his punches were more effective than Kambosos' punches. His footwork was better. The ring IQ was higher. He was better than George Kambosos in every way that you can think of in that ring that night. And Kambosos, if you've been paying attention to the build-up of this fight, it hadn't been a whole lot of promotion again. This isn't a fight that a lot of people want to see. We all really, you know, I think most people have an idea or have their mind made up on what the outcome of this rematch is going to be because of how dominant Devin Haney was in the first fight. A lot of people changing their tunes because remember, I had so many people coming to me, man, Devin Haney, he gonna get knocked out by Kambosos. He pillow-fisted. He don't got no power. You know, Kambosos beat the great Teofimo Lopez. How Devin Haney gonna compete with him? You know what I'm saying? He don't got no power. What he gonna do? You feel me? I had so many people, oh, Devin Haney, he gonna get robbed on the cards. You know, he ain't no way he can go out there and win in Australia. There's just no way. You feel me? So, a lot of people changing their tunes. Now all of a sudden, Devin, it ain't even no competition. When I've been telling y'all that way even before the first fight, I told you it wasn't going to be no competition. This dude can't fuck with Devin Haney, and that's just what it is, period. So, with that being said, if you've been paying attention to the build-up of this fight, the interviews, George Kambosos has also changed his tune as well. He sounded real, you know, sweet and innocent. You know, very humble, you know, talking real low like this, you know, well, you know, I put it all in God's hands and, you know, and we'll see what happened. I'm praying for a victory, holding on to a prayer. You know what I'm saying? You know, I hope that young whippersnapper don't get off on me like he did the first time. You know, we just gonna work hard. We gonna train. You know, I've been eating right. My diet has been good. You know, I'm going to Sunday school every Sunday morning. And we just doing the best that we can. You know, he done changed his tune. He ain't dressing the same. You know, back at the build up to the first fight, he had on big old fur coats. You know what I'm saying? He had on these extravagant hats, these fedoras, and these big old platform shoes that make him 4 inches taller. You know what I'm saying? He was looking different, talking different. He had the Cartier frames on. You know what I'm saying? Had the buffs going crazy. You feel me? Had all type of extravagant glasses, and you know, I think he even had his fingernails polished and shit. He had his whole little get up going crazy. Now you look at him, he got the crew neck sweater on, got on some regular tennis shoes, you know what I'm saying? Got a little, you know, fitted cap on, looking regular. You feel what I'm saying? The whole attitude has changed. Meanwhile, Devin Haney has been as consistent as can be. Consistent. You know what I'm saying? Focused. Consummate professional. This has been Devin Haney before the first fight, and this is Devin Haney going into the rematch. Showing respect to his opponent. You know what? You know, I understand what Kambosos can do, you know, but we worked hard on our game plan, and we gonna go in and we gonna compete, and we gonna be dominant. There's nothing that Kambosos does better than me. He's been consistent with that the entire time. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm looking to go in and put on a dominant performance and show why I am the true undisputed champion of the lightweight division. That's been Devin Haney this whole time. You feel me? So I say all that to say this. I expect Devin Haney to go out there and be even more dominant than he was the first time. Now, I think Devin Haney, I'm not one of those guys that say, man, look, you know, you should take chances to please the crowd. No, I'm never one of those guys. I think a guy should do whatever it takes to get the victory. This shit is about winning. People say that people can say it is entertainment. And for me, watching a motherfucker win is entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I like to see a motherfucker go out there and show me that he better than the opponent with strategy, with skills, with dominance, with power. Whatever your poison is, whatever you choose to use, your weapons of choice to be victorious, I find that shit entertaining. You know what I'm saying? As long as you ain't cheating, using drugs like Conor Ben and, you know, these other guys, Canelo Alvarez and these type of guys. You know what I'm saying? But as long as your choice of weapon is legal and it's, you know, you good. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And Devin Haney just so happened, he just so happened to use the sweet science down to a T. He's mastered the sweet science. You know, I won't say mastered because he's getting there. He's working. Young fighter, 23 years old, already undisputed, but it's still things that he can work on. You know what I'm saying? You got veterans in the game that still got shit that they can work on. So I won't say necessarily mastered, but he damn near mastered the sweet science. You feel me? Does it at the highest of high levels. Now, with that being said, I expect him to take chances in this fight, not because of the crowd, not because people think he's pillow fisted, not because, you know, people criticize his fighting style, anything like that. I expect Devin Haney to take chances in this fight because he know Kambosos can't fuck with him, and he know Kambosos can't hurt him. I think he went in there and he felt Kambosos' best shot. Even though Kambosos ain't really touch him, you know, he felt some shit graze off his arm. You know what I'm saying? He caught a couple on the gloves. You feel what I'm saying? I think he has gotten so deep into Kambosos' mind and has impacted him mentally that he knows he got Kambosos figured out. He know Kambosos believes that he don't belong in the ring with Devin Haney. He know that Kambosos knows that Devin Haney is just the superior boxer and fighter and the superior thinker, the superior man in that ring. I think Devin Haney understands these things. And for those reasons, I expect Devin Haney to go in there and be a little bit more aggressive. Now, do I think he should be overly aggressive to put himself in a position to take a shot that he shouldn't necessarily take? Or, you know, leave himself open? No, absolutely not. Do I think he should go in there and do what he did versus Jorge Linares, even though he was having so much success early in the fight, outboxing him from a mid-range and from a distance, and then he chose from the 5th round on up and was still having so much success by walking Linares down and fighting him in the pocket, showed his inside game. A lot of people still don't realize Devin Haney got an inside game. He can fight you on the inside and go to the body and fight you in the pocket like that. I think he should do that, but not do what he did in the 10th round, at the end of the 10th round, getting reckless and leaving himself open for that shot. You dig what I'm saying? I think there's a good balance that Devin Haney can use in this fight with Kambosos, where he can be a little bit more aggressive, show a little bit more physical dominance, impose his will on George Kambosos, and make George Kambosos make him, elevate his game in order to get the victory, because that's what he gonna have to do. It ain't gonna be no lucky shot. Ain't gonna be none of that bullshit. Kambosos gonna have to be a better fighter to beat Devin Haney. He's not gonna land no lucky shot. And I told y'all, Kambosos ain't no power puncher like that. I told y'all that. Still to this day, Devin Haney has a higher knockout percentage than Kambosos. So how the fuck is he some crazy knockout artist? I told y'all he wasn't that to begin with. That don't mean he can't land a shot that hurt Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get hurt with the right shot at the right time. But what I'm saying is this. I think Devin Haney can afford to be a little bit more aggressive in this fight. And I think that's what we're going to see. I'm expecting Devin Haney to go out there and brutally beat Kambosos up. Beat him bad. I think Kambosos is going to be willing to take more risks and more chances in this fight because he know otherwise he can't win. You know what I'm saying? So I think that will afford some opportunities for Devin Haney to land some big clean shots, making them miss and making them pay. And then later on in the fight, after Kambosos is spent, because he done spent the first 6 or 7 rounds going for the gusto to no avail, I think in those later rounds, Devin Haney will be able to really lay that lumber on him, really be able to put hands and feet on him, hands, elbows, feet, ankles, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Put them same, put them body parts on him that Jeffrey Dahmer had in his freezer. You know what I'm saying? Put all type of limbs on that boy and fuck him up. I think he gonna be able to really impose his style and his ability on George Kambosos in this fight. That's what I'm expecting. Now, am I expecting a stoppage? I'm not. I'm not expecting a stoppage. But I don't think a stoppage will be out of the ordinary. And if there is a stoppage, I think it'll be a corner stoppage. It'll be a TKO. The ref will have to stop it, or there'll be a corner stoppage. I think Devin Haney going into this fight not really, showing any type of, worry for anything that George Kambosos is bringing. And I think you're going to see that in his performance. I think you will see that in the outcome of the fight. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How do y'all feel about this fight leading up to it, and what are you expecting from Devin Haney personally in this fight? You know what I'm saying? And then also tell me, which fight you looking forward to the most coming up this weekend. There's some real big shit going on this weekend in boxing, man. A lot of big fights, a lot of entertaining matchups that I'm excited to see. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.